Hi, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Those of you who are around my age and older probably remember the days when doctors did house calls. And one of the things that I remember as a little kid is there was a certain excitement when Dr. Chopik was coming to the house. I was excited to see his big Cadillac parked outside, but also he had a very warm presence. And so he was there as a medical doctor, but just his presence, it seemed, was really beneficial for healing. There's something in the Torah reading this week that speaks to that idea, and I'd like to share it with you. And it has to do with healing, both emotional healing as well as physical healing. The Torah reading, Parshat Tazria, talks about skin ailments like leprosy, and it also speaks about emissions, bodily emissions, and how there's certain things which make people impure for temple worship. Specifically, when it speaks about leprosy, the person, the leper, has to leave the camp of Israel, has to go outside and goes through a process of having to heal. And during that process of having to heal, when some time passes, the high priest, who served both, as you know, as a spiritual leader, a spiritual healer, as well as the medicine man, as it were, of the tribe, would go out to the person who had been afflicted and look at them and make a judgment about them and be there as a visitor. It's one of the texts that has to do with the notion of Bikur Cholim, which is visiting the sick. In that idea, visiting the sick, the rabbis said that when you visit the sick person, you take away 1/60th of their pain. I don't know how they came up with that, but it's a very interesting idea that visiting the sick does take care of some of the pain. Being present is everything. Being present means that you care. You can send notes if you live far away, and that's meaningful, but if you live close, you got to show up. Showing up is really has a lot to do with our capacity to show that what we do makes a difference, and what we do makes a difference. So we have this concept of Bikur Cholim, of visiting the sick, and it's got to do with more than that too. The presence, the way we present ourselves is very important. The capacity to take advantage of both invitations and opportunities and not staying back and not staying home, also something that can really enrich ourselves and our lives as we get older. Anyway, I remember this doctor and his house visits from when I was a little kid as I read about the high priest going out of the camp. I wish you all Shabbat Shalom. I look forward to seeing everybody in Shul, and hope you have a wonderful and a beautiful weekend. God bless you all.